Hi, Rodrigo. My name's Daphne. I'm one of the essay correctors here at IeltsPodcast.com. Thank you for getting involved on the course. I really hope you're going to find this useful in your IELTS journey. And well done, like doing these first two essays, which are looking really good. So the topic of both of them is kind of education. So first one, doing an enjoyable activity with a child can develop better skills and more creativity than reading. What extent do you agree? Currently, parents do not have enough time to enjoy life with their children, and most of the time they have fun playing video games, surfing on the internet, or using social media. Okay, so currently, I'd say many parents, because there's not all parents, do not have enough time to enjoy life. We don't need the there with their children, and most of the time they uh, yes, careful. Yeah, they children, not they parents, have fun playing video games. Um, most of the time, again, many young people. So I wouldn't put they there because it could be a little bit confusing who you're referring to, and I would put that instead. Okay, uh, have fun. Yes, good, very nice. Um, I believe, give me your opinion. I believe that you need to mention reading in the introduction. Okay, I believe that although this is a good way. This is a good way to spend time. It is not necessarily as creative as reading, or I believe that uh, these activities can help children to develop skills, or help children learn new skills. You need to connect it back to the title, and you kind of need to mention reading in your introduction as well. It's important to stay longer. Yes, that's fine, but that's not really. You could say that it contributes to infant skills development. We need to really get this idea of skills in here. This is the most important word here. Skills and creativity compared to reading. Okay. Firstly, the moment when adults have fun with their children is the perfect time. Good. To encourage them to learn, now we mustn't repeat develop too much. To encourage them to learn some skills and creativity. Infants have adults as an example, okay, as a role model, I would say, role model, and often have similar attitudes to their parents. Good, because they understand these are the right things to do. These are the right things to do, okay. Um, as they understand, we could say, uh, correct decisions, understand and respect more morality, maybe a bit strong. Respect correct decisions um, and parenting advice, something like that. I just want to avoid the right things to be done because that's not very high level, and we're putting in something a little bit higher level. For example, I wouldn't put last month. We don't really care about that. The University of Oxford released a study where paediatricians explain the best method for improving children's skills is during funny moments. Nice. Funny, okay, or comic. So just repeat the word in another way to emphasize it. According to them, adults can teach infants about respecting each other, accepting defeat. Good, good example. Creating strategies while playing. Good. Therefore, children must save more time, must spend more time. Yeah, make more time. I would probably say make time to play with their children in order to prepare them for the future. Good. Really nice. Okay. This is all great. I like this. It feels here at the beginning that you're criticizing parents, and it's not really about criticizing parents. I like this, but can you get this into here as a good thing? Yes, they're playing video games, but wow, they're learning competition. They have to think quickly. They are developing spatial awareness, something like that. So let's use it, but let's use it maybe in here. and have a more general introduction. Secondly, books do... okay. Secondly, many people believe that, or some critics believe that, some parents believe that, some teachers believe that. Books do not always. You're making a very, very big statement that a lot of people will disagree with. So you have to stand back. So if you put some people or many critics and then do not always, or I would even put here, may not always. May. So if you should change it to a more distancing word, so you're standing back from this big statement which you cannot prove. A real impact on children's lives. Although reading is highly important, some believe that it has. Some believe that it has more effect on adults than children who cannot completely understand what they read. Yeah, I mean, I think with children's books they can understand pretty well. For instance, the CNN channel interviewed a psychologist who claimed, because he's a person, who claimed that children learn much more by observing what adults do rather than reading. Okay, very good example. Okay, thus parents need to provide books for their children, but infants must have fun with the adults in order to develop additional skills, develop additional qualities and skills themselves. Okay, yeah. I think if we put these in here, it links it back to the title. To conclude from the examples and arguments, it's deeply clear that children need to read. Well, yes, you've only given me one reason why children should read. You haven't really shown me why they should read. However, so I would put in here, might be better, to conclude from the examples given, although it is important that, although it is necessary for children to read, I believe that more important, so I think you should modify that a bit, more important is that having fun with their parents, because these are the moments when infants will develop skills. Okay, yes, that's nice. A good conclusion there. There's lots of good stuff. Really, really great start, Rodrigo. I like this. We will just kind of work on organising it a little bit more and making sure that your arguments absolutely relate back to the question. So this one about schools have to be more entertaining. So schools are an important part of children's and teenagers' lives. Yeah, important and unavoidable. You can't escape it. Part of children's and teenagers' lives. And the methods used to teach them directly influence how they learn. Good. I strongly believe that teachers who is the relative pronoun for people? Use of entertainment to provide their students with knowledge have more chances to obtain positive outcomes. Okay, this essay will discuss using examples. Okay, so that is a much better introduction than the first one. That is really, really nice. Firstly, entertaining activities in schools, such as, give me an example of roughly what you mean. Sport, music, art, tell me what you mean. Is an amazing approach to catch the children's attention for topics, okay? We would say engage children's attention, not catch. We would say engage. Now, this is because most of the students do not like regular classes and can easily lose their focus for any little reason. Yes, can easily become distracted. Making use of means of entertainment is a form of making them like this class. Yes, okay, motivating them and stimulating them during the class time. For example, in 2018, the Mayor of Chicago provided projectors to public schools for students who had low grades in the public schools where? Where students had received. You need to past perfect tense there because it happened before. The grades were before the projectors. Since the teachers began to use this piece of equipment, the average grades have increased dramatically. Yeah? Therefore, when students like the method used in class, they learn better. Yeah, excellent. Nice argument there. Secondly, when children do not have a routine in their classes, they easily absorb the contents by the children. This is due to the fact that routine makes students' lives boring, give me a bit more, and they are less likely to remember, less likely to be cognitively engaged, you could say. For instance, in February, again, I don't care when that can go. Not relevant, really. The University of Harvard published a research about either a piece of research or just general research about students' view regarding the classes. The researchers concluded that 90% of the students were or are more motivated to study when teachers use entertaining means to diversify the class. Okay, you're kind of saying the same thing again, so maybe just can we have a little bit more variety? Can we say maybe teachers included sport or included music or included painting or something to diversify the class? When schools supply students with different kinds of classes, yes. So just give a better example here of what it might be, this entertainment. To conclude from the examples and arguments given, it's clear that, again, let's change that word, are the best approach that any school can use in order to make the students, yes, good. When the government starts to provide to invest in public schools, students will increase, nice conditional there, their knowledge and have better perspectives for the future. Very nice grammar on that sentence, that's excellent. Okay. That's a great start, Rodrigo. Nice essays, both of these, really, really good. Lots of great stuff going on, and look forward to working with you through your next modules. Well done.